Do you ever wish you could just click a button and all of your finance processes would magically complete themselves? Things like expense reports or tracking invoices, budget requests, even sending things to your accounting system. It would just happen. Well, the future is here, and there is an easy button with Make.com. Today, what I want to do is walk you through how to use Make.com and some of its powerful free features that will allow you to automate your finance workflow and save you a ton of time at work. You will not believe how simple and life-changing this can be for your career. If you're new here, I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've spent time everywhere from brand new startups all the way to the Fortune 100. Earlier in my career, I tended to attack problems by just working more or working harder. But as I started to have a family and kids, that time went right out the window, and I had to figure out ways quickly to work smarter. And over that time, the last 3 years, I've started an automation journey of finding what processes can I get off my plate so I can focus on what truly matters. At work, that's focusing on how I can add value to the business by recommendations, and also how I can just get home sooner and spend time with my family. And today, I want to show you exactly how to do that with Make.com. And don't worry, this is not going to be complicated automation. You're not going to have to do a single formula. This is all going to be built through really cool visual drag and drop solutions, and you will be amazed at how easy it is. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to use Make and how to automate 4 very common finance processes, which will give you a framework to do this on any processes that you have. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So what is Make.com? Well, Make is a visual automation platform. What that means is you can essentially just drag and drop different features together and automate across different apps and software that you use. The great thing about Make, and the reason I want to show this to you, is they have a free plan that will allow you to use this software forever for a limited number of tasks and get essentially all of the core functionality that you need. And I'm going to walk you through that functionality. So how does Make work? Well, as I'm going to show you, you just drag and drop to connect apps. You can design infinite workflows, multiple steps. You can watch the data flow through your automations in real time. So there's a couple terms you need to know as you use Make. You're going to need to know scenarios, triggers, and modules. Scenarios are the workflows of what you're automating. This is going to be kind of the process from start to finish that you want to automate. Inside this are modules. These are the specific apps and actions that you want to use in your automation. Then there's triggers. This is a type of module that kicks off the automation. This is what Make will be looking for in another app, and once that happens, it's going to trigger all of the modules across the scenario to run. There are thousands of apps, over 2,000 at the time of this recording, that you can connect with using Make.com. And again, this doesn't require a single line of code. You're going to do this all with a drag and drop visual builder. There's even an entire solution toolkit built for finance with things like accounts payable, invoice processing, reporting and compliance, and my favorite use, getting rid of a lot of that busy work that none of us have time for anyways. As I mentioned before, there's a couple of pricing plans. The great news is there is a free plan that will be free forever. It allows you to do 1,000 operations a month across 2,000 apps. If you want to go up for $9 a month, you can look at the core plan. This is going to give you unlimited scenarios. It's going to add a few additional features and give you over 10,000 operations a month. And there's some plans beyond that. But again, you can stay on the free plan forever, and that's going to be able to get a lot of work off your plate. Have an automation idea that you're just dying to try? Go ahead, drop it in the comments, and I'll help you talk it out. I respond to every single one. So now we're logged into the Make dashboard. Now, once we have our scenarios set up, you're going to see the scenarios listed here. What's really important, what we're going to focus on, is scenarios, because we're going to go build a few. There are some templates that you can use that are pre-built for you. You just have to connect the apps, but I want to really show you how you can use this functionality in some common finance processes. So let's go ahead and go to scenarios. And now we're going to go and build a scenario. So for the first scenario, I want to do something really common, and that's that you receive an invoice to your email and you need to get that email into your accounting system. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to hit create a new scenario. All right, and now you see it's just drag and drop. So I want to start this with my first one, and I want to start with my email. So we're going to go to Gmail. All right, and I want to watch emails. So the first thing we need to do is we need to connect it. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this to my Gmail account. All right, so now you'll see that I've connected this to Google. We're going to go up here and choose a folder. That folder is going to be inbox. I want this to be a Gmail filter. We're going to be able to use a few fancier things here. I'm not going to directly cover Gmail filters, but you can click a link here. You can see all those, a lot of options available. In this case, I want to look for a subject that has the word invoice in it, and I want this to have an attachment. That means if anything comes through with an invoice and an attachment, we're going to be good to go. I'm not going to mark it as red because I want to still be able to go in and look at it. And we're going to set the maximum number of results to 1. And we're going to do this from now on. Okay, now we're going to add another module. So we've got Gmail, we're going to watch our emails. All right, now I want to add in my accounting software. So this is going to be Zoho Books. I am not an affiliate for Zoho Books, but I highly recommend it. Great platform. Again, free tool. You can use it for free with a lot of the basic features forever. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to create an expense. We're going to connect to Zoho Books. So now you'll see that I've connected Zoho Books. You'll see I've selected my business organization. For the account ID, we're going to scan it out of text. We're going to fill in the date from the date we received the email. Usually that's very close to when the invoice was generated. We're going to pull the amount out of the text content. And we're going to say this is not inclusive of tax, is not billable. And the description we can also pull. We'll just pull that from the subject. And we'll hit OK. And then we can go ahead and run. And now you'll see that Gmail is watching. So the moment that I get an invoice, it's going to send it right over to Zoho Books. So now that I've got this set up, I just need to come back to my scenarios. I need to make sure that I have it turned on. It's going to check every 15 minutes. So now I'll come back to my dashboard and you'll see that we have active scenarios here. So this is the scenario we just created, integration between Gmail and Zoho Books. And now that's just going to run. So every time I get an email with an invoice, it's just automatically going to pop over to Zoho Books. Love what you're learning so far? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single one of my videos helping you advance your finance career. Oh, and smash that like button if you're ready to say goodbye to boring finance tasks forever. So the next scenario that I want to look at is budget requests, right? We are all inundated with budget requests and we need to track those budget requests against the budget money that we have available. But that's not always easy when we're being blasted by emails from all sides. So we're going to go back and we're going to do another Gmail integration. Right, so in this new scenario, I'm already connected to Gmail. Once you connect to the app once, you don't have to connect again. We're going to do a Gmail filter again. And in this one, we're going to search for subject budget request. Now, the important note is, as you think about automations, you want to think about the entire process. So you want to let people know if they want money out of the budget to put budget request as the beginning of the subject line. That's going to make it easier. And hey, if they don't put it in, then they don't get the money. That's as easy as it is. So we'll say subject budget request. That's all we need because we don't need to look for attachments. It'll just be written in the email. Again, we don't want to mark it as red and we'll hit OK. Again, we want to go from now on. And then we're going to add another module. And now we're going to connect to Google Sheets. We want to add a row to the bottom of a table. We're going to create a connection. So this is the spreadsheet that we're going to be using. We are in Google Sheets. We've got the date, description, the budget pool it's coming from, and the amount. This way we can pull it into a report and kind of track the spend that we've approved against it. This is really important because we're going to approve spend before it comes in. So this is a great way to know kind of what we've committed to in the future and consider that in our budget planning. So now that we've got this set up, we're going to come back. We're going to search for our file. Our file is going to be in finance, budget tracking, and here's our budget file. And on the sheet, we're going to go to sheet 1. The table does contain headers, and here's all of the different values that we're going to pull in. And we'll hit OK. Now we can go ahead and we can hit run this to test. And there you go. It's all set up. So we'll come back just as before. We want to make sure we turn this on. There it is. We'll go back to the dashboard, and now we'll see that the scenario is active. If you're ready to check out Make.com, go ahead down to the description. You'll find a link that will take you to the sign up page. There's a fantastic free plan that's going to be able to do a lot of automations for you. It's going to be enough to get you started, and it's free forever. If you do choose to sign up for a more advanced plan, which has most of the same functionality, but just lets you do a lot more tasks and automations, I will receive a commission as you sign up. You're going to get the best available price. I will receive an affiliate commission, and it doesn't change the price you pay. It just helps support the channel. And again, you will get the absolute best deal available at the time. So now what we want to do is we want to automate reporting distribution. Why go and manually email reports out to people when we can do it automatically? So we're going to start with a trigger, and this trigger is going to be from Google Drive. Google Drive is where we're going to export our reporting PDFs that we want to send out. So we're going to go and we're going to watch for files in a folder. So we're going to watch files as they're created. The folder that we're going to watch is going to be our reporting folder. And we're going to watch any file that's created in there. Okay, and then we're going to add a module for Gmail. And we're going to send an email with the file that we just pulled. So we're going to come down here with file ID. And we're going to say weekly profit and loss report. Here is your weekly report. And then I will add myself. And you can send this to as many people as you want to. And we'll go ahead and hit OK. So now every single time that I add a new PDF to the Google Drive, it's automatically going to send an email out to everyone on that list with your PDF report. All right, and now the last one is the ability to take transactions from one system and track them in another system. So in this case, I've got a WooCommerce store, great products there, by the way. And if you want to go to the WooCommerce store, I'm going to download every single time that there's a transaction and add it to a Google Sheet so I know how many sales I'm making, and so I can take that information and then move it into Zoho Books. So let's start off with WooCommerce. We're going to want to connect to the new commerce store. So we're going to watch orders every time there's a new order. All right, so now we are connected to my WooCommerce account. We're going to do the status if it's completed. We're going to sort by date created, and we're going to hit OK. So every single time something is added, it's going to be available. So if we come over here to Google Sheets, I've got a file here. I want to track the order date, the order number, the product, and the sale amount. That's information I'll transfer to accounting. So let's go ahead and connect this. Well, make sure we name it first. Call this product sales, and then we'll go back to make. We're going to come in here. We're going to connect to Google Sheets again. We want to add a row to the bottom of a table. We'll go back through our folders. Go to orders. And here's our product sales file. We're going to go to sheet 2. My table does indeed have headers, and then we can map everything in from WooCommerce. So we'll look for the order date, date completed, the order number, order ID, the product, that's going to be line items, and the sale amount. Total. And we'll hit OK. We'll run it to test it. And there you go. So now every single time an order is created in WooCommerce, it's going to automatically add it to Google Sheets for tracking. How cool is that? If you've enjoyed this video and want to start your automation journey, go ahead down to the description. You'll find a link there to sign up for Make.com. There's a fantastic free plan. That free plan is going to give you almost all of the tools, and it's going to give you a limited number of tasks that you can run every single month, but it's free forever. If you do choose to sign up for a more advanced plan, which adds a few additional features, as well as give you a lot more tasks to work with, I'll receive an affiliate commission as you click the link. You'll receive the best possible price, and you don't pay the affiliate commission. Make.com does. Again, you will receive the best possible price, although the free plan is really good enough to get you started. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe. That helps me out a lot so I can keep bringing you the best finance content every single week. If you take away just one thing from this video, it's that automation can be super easy. It doesn't involve complex coding. It doesn't have to involve predictive analytics and machine learning. It can really involve taking some of the busy work off your plate and just making it go away with the click of a button. That's all for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.